everyone, welcome to another episode of Inside Six Yarns. I'm your host Yatesy, and with me always is my trusty co-host,
Mr. Tommy Gunn.
Yes.
Loves it.
So we've taken a break from the Facebook Live
that
event
Facebook Live disaster that we had. But yeah, no, what we have live with us on Skype as we speak right now, Mrs. Dayle Schroeder. Oh, Miss. It'd be Ms.
I hope
Dayle.
so. It's a bit awkward.
Dayle Schroeder. How you doing?
Good, thank you. I'm good.
No, thank you for joining us. Much appreciated. The current Fremantle City women's NPL goalkeeper, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, awesome. What's it like being top dog?
It's pretty good. There's only one other goalkeeper there that I train with, but
Yep.
I'm a notch above her, so that's always good.
Yeah, you go. You always got to be the notch above.
Yeah.
That's why Yatesy brought me on the show.
Is there much age difference there, Dale, between yourself and the other goalkeeper?
No, so I'm 18 and she's 16, so it's only 2 years different.
Okay, that's... Yeah.
That's so... Just for all the listeners at home, all the viewers that are watching on Tommy Gun GK, so if that's the YouTube channel, why don't you just give us a little bit of a rundown of your career so far, Dale? You know, your short, young career, and you're already 18 years old, already playing women's NPL. So obviously you are a very skilled goalkeeper in your craft, much more so than us. But yeah, just give us a little rundown of your career so far.
So I started playing soccer quite late compared to others. I was 12 when I started. I feel like most people start pretty younger.
Yeah, pretty much most of us as soon as we can walk, really. I was dribbling the ball before I could crawl, I think.
Yeah, I feel like that's most people. And then, I was never goalkeeper though. I was always on the field as a defender playing in country.
Okay.
So like down in Bunbury Association.
Yep.
And I just went through playing with the boys as a defender because I feel like they never wanted to put me in goals because I had a bigger kick. I could boot the ball further to the strikers.
Which comes in handy as a goalkeeper as well.
Yeah, it does.
Did you end up taking the goal kicks off the goalkeeper?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
There would be a boy in goals and then he wouldn't be able to kick as far, or a girl. It was like always a rotation who would be in goals. It's like this person's turn this week. And I would always take the kicks because I had the longer kick. And it wasn't until about I was 16 that I started to actually be goalkeeper was my position.
Yeah.
So, just working my way through.
Oh, okay, so when did you leave Bunbury? Because you played for, was it Southern Phoenix as the Bunbury team there?
Southwest Phoenix, yeah.
Southwest Phoenix,
yeah.
Yeah, so I did that I started there in 2017, straight into the only women's team because they started that back up again. They had about a 5-year break. There was no women's team, it was only men's.
Yeah.
So I did that for 2017, 2018, I think. Yeah. And then it was only this year that I came up to Perth.
Yeah.
So it's the first year that I've been playing in City.
Yeah. So with that, so I know that Football West like to structure the juniors and that pretty much the same. How was it playing juniors in, say, a country town somewhere like Bunbury? What is it a very similar setup that you know of here, or is it a bit different?
Structural
so who would you play in that?
Wise in like the game situation, it was a lot more of kind of boot the ball and run onto it. It wasn't so much possession or technical passing. It was like the quick people up front. You would boot the ball from the defence. Don't even worry about the midfielder. We get all the way, just bomb it long and just have the quick people run onto it.
Yeah.
1v1 the keeper.
That's pretty much kind of some Premier League team
strategy,
isn't it? Just boot it long and go for the fast field up front. So did you guys play, did you have many teams in Bunbury that were local, or did you have to travel to local country towns to play?
There would be 3 local teams that are in Bunbury, and then there will be, like, we had a Margaret River team, a Dunsborough and Busselton team, I think we only had about 7 teams or something. So there wasn't a lot like around.
Yeah. Because I know that because obviously we played in the state league, so Southwest Phoenix were in the state league, and also they couldn't field a team last season, so they ended up being relegated to amateur prem this season.
I think so. I'm not quite sure.
So now there's a lot of amateur prem teams that are having to travel all the way to Bunbury to go play Southwest Phoenix, which is quite funny.
Oh, you got to love an away trip.
But it's like a team bus thing. It's actually quite fun, you know. Like when everybody gets on board with it, it's pretty good. No, but that's awesome. So where are you playing now, Dayle?
Playing for Fremantle.
Fremantle. Yeah. And it's just this season that you've started playing for Fremantle?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. And what's it like down there? Because it's a really great facility down there that we've been accustomed to playing. You know, the goalkeeper battle that was down there. So there's really great facilities down there. But how did you find what made the decision of going down to Fremantle? Was there many options, or did you just find that down there was best with maybe with Michaeli or something like that?
Well, I only met Michaeli through Fremantle. But I had a lot of friends that played in Fremantle. So I did this thing called State Schoolgirls. I did that for 2 years. And I had a lot of friends that either played at Queen's Park or at Fremantle, so I tried out for both of those, and then Queen's Park fell through with the new association or league changes, whatever that was. And so went to Fremantle instead, which is slightly closer because I still live in Bunbury, so it's slightly closer drive and stuff.
So do you currently live in Bunbury and play for Freo? Wow, that's a lot of... Do you have like frequent flyer points with your car, or how does
I don't. It's about an hour 45-minute drive to training.
I'll tell you what, Dayle, that is commitment.
For all the you know the listeners out there that are thinking about that's too far to travel for training. You know, obviously when the opportunity presents itself, obviously that's a great example of commitment. So obviously you have your license and you're driving to train twice a week.
Yeah, it is twice a week training,
and then game days. So that's a huge trip. Do you feel yourself getting really tired though, like fatigued when you're driving home quite late?
Yeah, so my training would usually finish around 8:38, and I'll be quite tired driving on the way home. Especially, I've got another person that lives in Bunbury as well, which I carpool with her. So it's a lot better when we go together. But when I'm by myself, I get really tired.
Yeah, well, it'd be a lot better if you've got somebody else in the car that's kind of, or you can even switch with if you're getting a bit tired, or even just somebody just sing tunes with,
I guess it's a dad thing here. That's good safety in numbers. It's good to have
exactly.
safety first. Have another person in the car with you. So
just to talk absolute crap all the time, and that's what we do.
And sing all those. Well, I was going to say Justin Bieber, but I won't say that. After the poster behind it.
When you're in the car, it's like the wheels on the bus go round and round, isn't it?
Well, I don't know, because I've forgotten the words of that song, to be honest.
Mate, or you can just thrash out some Journey, so Don't Stop Believing.
Or a brick in the wall.
Oh, classic. No, but that's I didn't know that, so that's quite a huge commitment there. Hopefully it's worth the trip. It's a lot of so obviously with the COVID stuff happening over the last few months, are you guys fully back to training now?
Fully back.
Yeah. Have you had any matches yet? Any friendlies or any?
Friendly we do have coming up next Sunday, I think it is.
Oh, cool.
Against Mumf.
Mum, yeah. Murdoch University, Mum.
I like how everyone just says Mum.
It's like Mum. Playing against Mum. No, that's good. No, they have a pretty good team as well.
Don't they play on artificial turf there, don't they?
Yeah. Are you playing home or away?
We were originally supposed to play home, but I think it's going to be away now. So we'll be playing at their grounds.
It's not that far from Freo to Murdoch, though, is it? It's not.
It's still far from Bunbury.
Oh, well, it's still far from Bunbury, yeah. Still over an hour drive, that one is.
Yeah. Have you played at Murdoch
No,
before?
I haven't.
No, I'm pretty sure it's the artificial pitches. So if you can wear your long skins or your long tights or I usually wear I wear padded stuff. I'm a bit of a wimp, but I do love a good dive. Like diving on that artificial is hard on your hips. Like no, not full lengths. Like wear padded like hip. When you're diving, so your hips don't get.
So like reverse riding pants.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So they're protecting other parts.
Yeah. So not worried about the crotch anymore, mate. It's just all the hips. I'm more worried about my hips. But it's good. It's actually good facilities down there at Murdoch, at Melville Murdoch as well. But the pitches, artificial. Not a fan. Never been a fan. Like to train on, great. Always believe it's good to train on, but nothing on game day. It needs to be grass.
Yeah, it does make a difference, especially when it's raining, and you got to think about what boots you're gonna wear. That's, and also gloves, because if you wear your favourite gloves, diving around on that AstroTurf will just rip them up. So,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's worse for gloves as well. Speaking of gloves, Dale, what gloves are you wearing at the moment?
Some KA goalkeeping gloves. I don't know if you ever heard of them.
Yeah.
Have we heard of KA goalkeeping?
Maybe once or twice.
Yeah. So we did bring the owner of KA goalkeeping on the podcast for episode 2 or 3. So we have heard of Kenny Arthur.
Yeah.
So Kenny Arthur came on the show and he showed us his gloves and stuff like that. Yeah, so great guy. So which gloves are you wearing in particular of his collection?
They're Shock something. Shock.
Yep, Shock
think
Lock.
so.
Are they the ones with the finger spines?
Yeah, but I take the finger spines out. Yeah.
Yeah. So are they like so they're like white, black, and purple? They got a purple logo on them.
Yeah, those ones.
Yeah. So I know the ones. Yeah, they're quite nice. Yeah, good gloves.
Yeah, I definitely rate them. I've been with them. I've used them for about past 5 pairs.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, excellent. No.
Once you like something, though, it's sometimes hard to change that.
Yeah, it's just one of the things. You find. Yeah, it's like you find something you like and it works. It's one of them old sayings. If it works, don't fix it. But yeah, do like them gloves. I think they're. Do you know what cut of glove they are? I think they're a positive cut. Do you know your
I
cuts of
got
gloves, Dale?
negative cut.
Negative cut. There you go. That's what you want. Negative cut is one of the better cuts.
Get a better feel for the ball. So
what's a bit tighter to your hands? What size
7.
glove are you, Dale? Oh, all right. So at least I've got some bigger hands than somebody. I've got tiny hands. I'm a size 8, and then I put them up against this guy, and he wears size 10s and 11s.
Yeah.
And I'm just it's like my tiny hands. And for me, like my fingertip save would probably be like a palm save for him.
It would.
Should do 2 hands, Tommy. 2
hands.
hands.
2 hands. Yeah, of course, 2 hands.
So what boots do you wear, Dale? So we'll go. So we've done gloves. We'll do boots.
Adidas
What are you wearing?
X's.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
17 or 18 plus. I'm not quite sure which one it is.
Yeah.
Plus, so you wear the laceless version? Is that correct? Oh, there we go. So laceless boot. What do you think about the laceless / laces? Do you prefer the laceless or?
I would have to say I prefer the laceless. Like for the ones I have, they clamp around the heel so they don't move around. But
that's good.
I just feel like I have a better touch on the ball overall. Like if I kick it on the laces, like for goal kicks, it just connects better, I feel.
Hits better, feels better.
Yeah, that's
as known as the sweet spot. When it hits that spot, it just
of course. We love that good connection off the boot for goal kick. And when you feel it, when it hits that sweet spot and you're like, oh yes, that's gone.
Or when you're doing goalkeeper training, you're shooting at the other goalkeeper and you just hit that spot and it just hits top bins. Dig that out.
Yeah. And he's just thinking of like all the times he's hit top bins against me.
That's a good one.
With the laceless boots, do you have any problems with the lockdown? And that's the biggest problem, obviously, with laceless boots. You don't get that tightness. So you don't have any problems with that at all?
The only problem, I've gotten used to it now, but when I first transitioned, I had a problem slipping in the toe box a bit. if the toe box wasn't tight enough, you slide around a bit. But yeah.
What have you done to overcome that? Just got used to it, or have you worn another sock, two socks, or
three socks, 4 socks?
I put another insert into my shoe so it lifts my foot up, so it makes it tighter overall. Yep.
That's a good.
Okay, that's a clever idea.
I always wear the 2 socks. So I wear the Adidas Predators. I think they're the 19s, the one with the
19.1.
Yeah, the devil skin.
Yeah,
on it.
He loves the demon skin.
Demon skin. Yeah, I always say devil. I don't know what to do.
It's because demon, devil is very
same thing.
Similar. Yeah, same but different.
Both got horns and I wear like an ankle sock, and then I wear my actually on the weekend we had a game and I wore the true socks, so ankle sock, true sock, and it just it just fits really snug in there. So
have you ever wore grip socks, Dayle? No. So it's big. We're a big fan of the grip socks, especially the Giokas or the true socks. They work really well. Basically, they stop your foot from slipping around.
I've always wanted to grab a pair, but I never just got around to it.
Yeah, the inconvenience of it is just that you have to wear your 2 separate socks instead of just having one pair of long socks. You have to cut the foot out of your.
That's if you want game day.
Yeah, if you want game day, yeah.
For training, it's fine. You just wear. I always wear them for training.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing that why I enjoy them as well, because it's like you train how you play. So you wear them for training, and then when you get to game day and you're wearing a different sock, you're like, it feels different. So it's like train how you play. So you're wearing the same style of socks that you would do as you would do at training. So it's the same thing. That's why it makes sense to me. But yeah, I love the laces, and I love my laceless Copas as well. I tend to wear my laced ones, so my Copa 19.1s, more because of the lockdown. Because I feel like it's especially game day, I like to have a really tight boot. But the thought of the laceless Copa on a game day where I don't have to worry about my lace accidentally coming undone, and I'm sitting there with my gloves going, oh my god, who's going to tie up my lace?
I had that on.
Did you have it on the weekend?
Yeah, I had that on the weekend. Dayle, we played the Rockingham City NPL team.
Oh.
I played State League.
Did you play against Cyril?
I played against Cyril. Yeah.
Oh, it's shout out to Cyril.
Yeah, it's very, very funny because off the pitch he's a gentleman, still a gentleman on the pitch, but like he'll be nice and quiet and calmly spoken, and gets on the pitch and it's like someone stepped on his big toes. It just you can hear him from the other thing. Then it made me talk even more and even louder. So I didn't really get a chance to have a proper chat with him before after the game, but I'd like to have a chat with him and just see if he could hear me on the other side.
Oh, of course, nah.
But yeah, I had my laces undone, and I was like, I don't want to take my gloves off. So
you can't take your gloves off, mate. You got to be.
So I think I got a fine for that for
asking somebody.
Someone, can you please tie my shoelaces? Had to say the ref. I just need my shoelaces tied.
What, did you get the ref to do it?
No, I got my centre.
I was going to say.
I told the ref I'm getting my shoelaces tied.
Oh, mate, I was just saying, like, ref, can you...
mate, that would be good.
Mate, that'd be like... You got to get money from a fine from doing that.
That'd be very
if you can
good.
get the ref to tie your lace.
So, Dayle, have you always been in the Adidas boots, the Aces?
No, I was originally just Nike.
Yeah.
Yes. What kind of Nikes did you like?
Do you remember those old? I don't know what they're called, but they were like, it was a yellow boot and they had a skull on the side on the heel, kind of thing.
That'll be probably the Turtle 90 shoots, I think. That Wayne Rooney wore.
Oh, that might be it.
Almost, they're like the Zoom. I think the Nike Zoom or something. I think the hang on, it's got the skull on it.
I just looked at Yatesy because it sounds like something Yatesy would wear.
You know what? I'll have a quick look at it now because I'm pretty sure. I'm just going to put. How long ago was that?
That would have been about 5 years ago.
Okay.
6.
Football boots, and I just forgot how to spell skull. There we go.
Maybe it's with a C.
Okay, so they are the hypervenom.
Hypervenom.
Okay, so that looks. So the Nike Zoom hypervenom. Okay. So I've got a picture. I'm just showing Tommy here.
Oh yeah.
So I know the ones, the yellow ones. Actually, think I'm not sure if you can see that.
Yeah, those are the ones
on the camera there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So they're the hypervenom ones. Those ones there. They are skull and crossbones.
Loves it.
Very nice. Very nice. Did you have much trouble being in Bunbury getting football boots and gloves? Obviously, you would have got the gloves. I'm guessing online. But with the selection,
boots. You couldn't get any like top tier or second top tier. It was always like the lower tier boots and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could imagine as like a an owner of a sports shop in Bunbury or something, you wouldn't, because I guess not many people would want to spend $400-500 on a pair of boots. So to be honest, I wouldn't want to spend.
I was going to say, I don't want to spend $400 or $500 on a pair of boots. Well, I do, but Mrs. Tommygun would not approve.
No. And poor Dayle can't, because she's got to do that in fuel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's cutting into her fuel.
Not these days. It's what, 90. What's the fuel price in Bunbury these days?
$1.15.
People playing at home. That's not too bad.
That's not too bad. Yeah.
Did you ever get down to under $1?
Around 96.
Yeah, that's what we
had. I did love it when it got down to, when it's below $1, you're winning.
Yeah, you're winning. I've got a diesel, so I think the cheapest I got was $1.03, I think, or something like that, which is pretty good for diesel.
Which is good for diesel. Well, diesel, used to be cheaper.
Well, isn't
once upon a time.
Isn't it a byproduct of petrol or something like that?
Yeah, so it's
I'm surprising with my knowledge, I know, because I'm coming up with smart stuff. So Dayle, let's turn back time. Let's give it a Tina Turner here. Turn back time.
I'm pretty sure is that Tina Turner?
No, it's not.
I was going to say, isn't that Cher?
Cher, same thing. In the 80s, they both had crazy hairstyles.
I was like, that's not Tina.
No, that was a bad foul. That's one of those you can edit.
Let's do the Crave Dave, mate.
Yeah, and give the fill you in. So that transition. So when you were playing in Bunbury, and then coming to Freo, how did you find the football difference between there?
It's a lot quicker game, but I experienced that through doing state schoolgirls and Singer Cup and stuff like that. But it's just a lot more quicker game through passes and more sharp. Like it's pass to player rather than just pass into space area and then somebody kind of run on and get it.
Run onto it, yeah. So is that? So you said you were a goalkeeper at 16?
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah. So was that when you were with down in Bunbury
playing
for
Australind was the suburb that I played for.
Okay. Yeah. Did you have a goalkeeper coach at all? And any time in Bunbury?
I had a guy called Jamie. He was he worked with like it's called FFC, I think, but I'm not sure what it said, or FFSW, so it's probably like Football Federation Southwest.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he worked with them, and he was doing a thing with Phoenix, Southwest Phoenix, that he would coach some of the keepers there, and I was doing a bit of that, but that didn't last for very long, and it was only him doing it. There was no one else.
Unfortunately,
obviously. So you're moving to Fremantle as well, and obviously you've met Michaeli. What's it like training under the great man that is?
I've had. He's very good. Like he's a bit different to the other goalkeeping coaches I've had. I've had Dave Wally. Yeah, I had him before. But Michaeli is just so much different somehow, but so much like understands or translates it to me better, like kind of thing.
He does have that special talent. Myself, though, I'm not a very technical goalkeeper. I do things very weirdly. But just the way he explains things and how he does the drill, you might, for example, I love a good foot save, but I probably could, hit with my hand, but for some reason my leg comes out. But, the way that he describes the drill and constructs it, plans it, and explains it too, and then you execute it. We've both. Well, I've been on a receiving end of some one of his training courses, and Really, really good.
I'm yet to have the pleasure with Mr. McKaylee, but there's something that we're going to look into for the future. But just talking to him and you can just tell that he understands the game on a different level,
and
especially with goalkeeping, and he's so passionate about educating young and older goalkeepers like us. More experienced goalkeepers, and just educating us, and he finds a way to explain things differently so that you understand as well. So it's not just like if you don't get something, he'll just repeat it. He'll mold it so that you understand. And just the way it's just very football IQ is like right up there. But yeah. Definitely awesome. Would love to train with them. Do you train with them once a week? Or
Fremantle kind of has enlisted him, so he's getting paid under our budget, so I get to train with him. Do an hour session with him, and then switch over to my other training for half an hour after.
That's good.
Okay, yeah. So is it just you, or is
it's
it
me
you
and then
the
the other under 23s keeper as well for Fremantle.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's good.
Nah, that's cool. No.
Have you met Nick Stone down at Freo?
I don't think so, no.
No, I think he might be helping out with the
I think
lads.
I'm not sure if he is. Well, I guess we'll find out. We'll give him a message. But so what we're going to do is we'll go for a quick little break. I'm actually going to hear from our sponsor, which is 1951. Definitely awesome. We'll be back very shortly after this quick message.
Inside Six Yarns is proudly supported by 1951 Goalkeeper Coaching.
For more information, visit their website at 1951goalkeepercoaching.com.au.
Or you can find them on Facebook.
Or Instagram.
At 1951 Goalkeeper Coaching.
Links are in the description below.
Yes.
All right, guys, welcome back to Inside Six Yarns, and we still have Dayle Schroeder. Am I pronouncing that right?
Yeah, Schroeder.
Yeah, there you go.
Well done.
There you go.
Well done, mate.
Bam, bam. Still joining us live via Skype. She's with the Tommygun and Mr. Yatesy, and we are chatting about all things that are goalkeeping, and we're talking about lots of travel between Bunbury and Fremantle.
Lots of podcasts and High School Musical songs that
let's put it this way. So Dayle, when she's traveling, can listen to a full episode of Inside Six Yarns. That's how long our trip. That's how long our trip is.
She could also listen to probably 2 soundtracks of High School Musical.
Oh yes.
I don't know why I keep going back to that. This is the first thing that came to my head.
Just really want to listen to some High School Musical right now.
I don't know any of the songs. If I did, I would have sung one right now. So.
Oh, mate, I wish I could as well, but I really don't want to embarrass myself because I watched High School Musical, I swear, the other day.
Oh, really?
And I just really don't want to embarrass myself.
I don't know. I think it's like one of those movies where it's you kind of... Well, for example, so Harry Potter, one of those movies where, you're younger and I don't want to see that rubbish. And then you watch and you're like, it's pretty good. But the one thing I've never watched, and to this day, I've never watched the Twilight trilogy or whatever it is. I've never seen Twilight.
So you don't know if you're Team Jacob or Team Edward yet?
No. All I heard, there was a vampire that glittered like diamonds. Well, vampires don't glow like diamonds.
Well, what do vampires do? What do you when you see them?
Hide from crosses, and Stu will know about that. Yeah. But
classic.
Yeah,
good.
So speaking of things that crawl in the night, we're going to talk about the night series.
Series. Look at that! Bam! Look at that! I love that, mate. This is why you are the host, and I am the guy that just
you're the guy that does all the smart tech stuff. I just come up with random things
and that
brain.
fails half the time, so I'm not even that good of a techno guy.
So you played in the night series, and you also won it too with Freo.
Yeah, I did.
If you could hear the sound effects, I'd play the cheering sound effect.
Yeah.
So talk us through that journey, because how many games did you play to get to the final there? How many rounds were there?
4, I think.
4, yeah, because there's some big teams in that night series.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was us, then there was Mum,
NTC,
Redbacks, NTC. Yeah. There's one other team.
Did Curtin play in the night series?
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't think we had first game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because Stacey didn't play. I don't think she played.
I think she was injured, or was it?
Yeah, or she was with Glory or something. But yeah. So it's still a lot of big teams in there.
Yeah, and awesome that you could come out with a win. So who did you end up beating in the final?
NTC.
Yeah.
Oy.
Score? Did you keep it clean sheet?
5-0.
5-0, yeah.
Nice.
Everybody loves a clean sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but that's Look, the night series is a really hard series to win, and it's interesting because some clubs take it really seriously and they treat it like it's part of the league, whilst some clubs are like, it's just a preseason comp. We just want to trial out a few new things and trial out a few players here and there, and it's always interesting to see the different tactics and the different approaches towards night series, but. Regardless of people's views on it, it is still a bloody hard comp to win.
Oh, it is. It's hard, and it's regardless. It's starting football earlier, so it makes me happy. How did your coach go, Dayle, with coming into the night series? Was there a focus on taking the crown, or was it just more of a testing period?
We did really want to win it, but we didn't take it full, have to win.
Yeah.
Well, it started off as we'll test people in different positions, and we just kept on going really good.
Yeah.
We're winning all the games. And so at the very end, when we were going into semis and then to actual grandy, we were in it to win it then.
Yeah. How was the feel in the change room, so to speak, with the girls? In the semis, were they pretty pumped? Everyone was pumped coming to training. Everyone's ready to rock and roll and take the crown.
Yeah, we had the music going in the change rooms. We were all really pumped. Everybody hyping each other up.
Yeah, that's good. You can't. It's one of those things that most of the viewers that are watching and listening, that buzz you get, when you rock up, you get to a game, you might be feeling a bit down, but when you get in that change rooms, you're getting ready, having a laugh with your teammates, and someone might do something silly and you bag them out, and then and then it's all of a sudden right game day and everyone's switched on focus, and it's just that banter you get before and after the game.
Oh yeah, for sure,
which is good.
Absolutely love that music and the banter before the game, and you're all getting dressed, and I've got a few absolute banger tunes that I love to hear during the warm up.
Is it the High School Musical soundtrack you listen to?
Mate, it's not High School Music, but it's a good bit of S Club thrown in there.
S Club 7, eh? Wow. Is it
I think it's Reach.
Reach? Okay.
Reach for the stars.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh god, yeah.
Mate, let's just
stop it there.
Don't give up your day job. But if you went on to Have You Got Talent, I'd vote for you.
Yeah. No, I think I've embarrassed myself enough on this podcast, so I don't need another outlet.
Well, so speaking, we're talking about change rooms and with the music and stuff. So Dayle, do you have a routine that you like to do prior, besides your 300,000 hour drive? Is there a routine that you get yourself in pre-game?
No, there isn't.
Yeah,
I
just
just
pretty much
go
rock up and
into
go?
the game. I don't have a song that I listen to. I don't have anything. I just kind of, I guess the only thing I do is I just think, when I step out on the pitch, there's nothing going through, nothing's hitting the net. That's the only thing.
Just focusing on what you need to, football. That's what you're there to do. Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Do you prefer to have music in the background, or do you prefer to just kind of have a silent place?
I like having music to get the energy up, but it's not I have to have music pretty much, but it's not a song that I have to listen to or anything.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's always interesting to hear different players routines with it, because when we talked to Cyril, that was the first time I've ever heard of it. But it's actually quite common that Cyril Sharrock, the Rockingham City #1 keeper legend, apparently he likes a quiet space. So he doesn't like music. He just likes to kind of zen out a little bit before a game, and
style.
and fair enough. Everyone's got their own little quirks that they like to do. I don't really know what mine are, but I'm sure somebody would tell me. But But it's quite interesting to get back to it, because we've been having a few friendlies now, and I'm just kind of like trying to pay attention a lot more to all the little things I'm doing now, because I'm like, oh yeah, what am I? I'm like, oh, I like to do this.
I always find I put everything's left first. I don't know I do it, but I always put my left sock on, left shin pad. I always do my left side first.
Okay.
I've only just noticed it, so yeah. I don't know.
All the strange things that we like to do, but
are you a left footer?
Nope.
Yeah,
that's weird.
I'm a left footer.
I do my right, and I'm a right footer. Like I only just realised that now because I put my right glove, then my left on.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, see, I'm right-handed. I kick with my right foot, but when I play golf, cricket, or if I'm shooting, say like a rifle, for example, all left-handed. Yeah. If I'm throwing an axe, left-handed. If I'm shooting with a pistol, it's right-handed. Playing pool, I think, is right-handed, so I'm just messed up. Yeah.
Well, we knew that before.
Yeah. It's very, very weird.
We're gonna obviously for the viewers at home that are watching, we have to bring up the posters that Dayle has in our background, which is very interesting. So obviously,
in a good way.
The first thing that I instantly noticed as soon as we logged on and we phoned Dayle and she picked up, the first thing I spotted obviously was Dayle first, and then all of a sudden my eyesight just gets drawn to the very, very famous Pulp Fiction poster with I'm trying to think, what's her name? Is it Uma Thurman?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, look at that. Well, and Uma Thurman in a black wig. It's very, very famous. And I know a mate that I worked with that had a signed version of this that he had on his wall as well, which I was like, oh, that's really cool. But yeah, just such a classic movie. So like, did you go out and get that yourself, or was that a gift? Or
no, I've got a few more posters in my room, like Kurt Cobain, Bruce Lee, Back to the Future and stuff.
Oh, loves it.
And just for the viewers, that you're only 19 years old.
18.
18, and you know this stuff.
Yeah,
that's quite impressive.
If I could shake your parents' hand right now, because that's good. That's some good education.
That's a good movie education right there.
Actually, they don't like Pulp Fiction.
Oh,
I got myself into that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there you go. Well, I can understand why parents wouldn't like Pulp Fiction, because it's mainly based around drugs and
especially the reference to "say what" again.
Yeah.
Good part, and also the picture behind you, which is the Pink Floyd. Look, great music, and way before your time, way before my time.
Yeah, that is true. And I just thought it was like a Scream or a Mask. So I thought it was like some horror. Yatesy and myself a little bit into a bit of horror. Yatesy way more than me, and my wife absolutely loves horror. And when she puts on horror movies, like I think she put on, what was it the other day? She put on a horror movie. It was I think it was the new It, chapter 2.
Yeah.
And I just went to the bathroom for about an hour and a half.
All right, that's up. Yeah, fine. Just
I'm just gonna go to the bathroom and just didn't come out till the movie was done.
Does the movie finish it? No,
I can't do clowns. Clowns is like I watch Saw. I love gory horror movies. I love that kind of stuff. But yeah, clowns. Just don't like them. Don't like them. Freak me out.
So the listeners out and the viewers out there, if you have any good recommendations for horror movies, unrelated to, if you could find a goalkeeper horror movie, we'd like to watch that.
That would be the perfect mix.
If there is one, I doubt
hit the comments below.
Yeah, let us know some good horror movies to watch, because I'm starting to run out the ones on Netflix. So
I might have to give you my Stan login.
Stan, I've got Stan. I got Binge, the new one out. That's not too bad. That's like Foxtel but different.
Oh,
yeah, I've got all the stuffs. So similar to asking questions and stuff, I think it's time for us to ask a bit of cheeky questions to you, Dayle.
Bit of cheeky questions?
Right.
Yeah.
Cheeky.
All right, so my first question to you, Dayle, is your favourite football movie. So it doesn't have to be goalkeeper related, but just general football movie.
Ooh.
Bend It Like Beckham.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Yeah.
We had our last guest was Stacey. She plays
Stacey Cavill.
Yeah.
The Curtin NPL keeper. Have you
Yeah,
met her? Or...
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, so we had on a show last week, and that's one of her favourite movies.
Yeah, she actually loved Bend It Like That. And to be fair, after she said that, I actually went away and watched.
Did you watch it?
I watched it again, and I was just like, I haven't seen this movie in ages.
I mentioned it last week, but I've seen that movie probably about 50, 60 times.
Yeah,
like it's a good movie. It's a good laugh.
And I think just the first thing that pops into my mind is when they play the footage of David Beckham and he's got his old Predators on. Just like,
United,
classic.
the Vodafone shirt. Yeah.
The classic Man U strip on as well, and just absolutely loves it.
And the soundtrack to that movie is actually pretty good too.
Yeah.
I can't even remember what.
Was it In a Smile was on there? Feeling Hot. And I think one of the Spice Girls sung a song when they were dancing in the club. I don't know if it was Mel C or something like that, but yeah. No, who's the Sporty Spice? Who's that one?
Sporty Spice.
Oh, I don't know her name.
Mel B.
All I know is Scary Spice.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Sporty Spice did a song, and when they were dancing in the nightclub, when Jasminda kisses
the coach,
Keira Knightley's old fella. Their love interest or whatever. That song played. Yeah, I told you I've seen this movie way too many times.
Too many times, man. Yeah. Too many times. So we have already talked about your boots, and do you have a particular favorite moment as a goalkeeper? So obviously you only started at 16 and you've traveled quite away in your young football career, but do you have a particular moment that stands out that you go, oh yeah, like when you think of a favorite memory between the sticks?
It would have to be, I was at State Schoolgirls the first year I went, because I've been twice. It was over in Adelaide, and I can't remember what team I was playing, but it was either New South Wales or Victoria, and they're two very good. I think it was New South Wales, and they haven't lost for years. They are very good, New South Wales.
Yeah.
And we ended up losing 7-1, but we were the only person to score on them. That's just how good they are.
Right, okay.
And they were getting so frustrated because they just couldn't get it back in the back of the net. Like, I was getting hammered, but kept a lot of their shots out. And some really good shots. I just remember some really good ones, some bad ones, but like mostly really good ones that kept out.
Best feeling when you're getting under your opposition's skin and you're like, you feel awesome because you're like, you're struggling to get past me today, and you just get that awesome feeling of adrenaline. You're like, yeah, buddy, I feel
it's actually
invincible.
a good outlook to think of it too, because yes, they conceded 7 goals, but it could have been a lot more.
Yeah,
and it's a very, very good attitude to have as a goalkeeper.
Oh, like I've had some of my best games where we've lost and conceded 5 or 6 goals, but that you stopped that score from being 10,
a blowout,
11, 12 goals, and you've kept that score. I wouldn't say like a 6-1 loss is respectable, but like you've kept it from being like super disrespectful to the team and your coaches, because nobody wants to get lost like double digits or anything like that. So if you're if you're making like tons of saves and but as well as like that mentality as well, like I think it's very hard as a goalkeeper, to especially younger goalkeepers, they just want to save everything, and like it's very hard. Did you find that like the mental side of it being very difficult to kind of like realize that you can't save them all, and you need to sit back and be like, do you know what, that was a good shot, and I couldn't get that, and like no goalkeeper's going to get them types of shots.
Yeah, it was only very recently that I changed mental state, but at the start it was very hard. Like, so if something would go in and you would just get so pent up, like inside.
Yeah, I feel you.
And do you feel that by shifting the mentality side of it, your game actually improved as well?
Yeah. It helped with, because when it first like I was struggling with it. If a goal went in, I would drop my game just slightly, or like I would hesitate when coming out to the ball. just like that ever so much, which would make the difference between a blocked shot or a goal.
Yeah,
Definitely.
for sure. That split second is always that can be the difference between you getting there first and getting there second, and
that's it.
Once that doubt creeps in as well.
And your teammates can see that, and also the opposition can see that.
Yeah.
So it's a very crucial. Obviously, not only are you there to stop the ball going in the back of the net, but as a goalkeeper, you have other roles and responsibilities you need to do too.
Yeah,
so,
I know that. Like, I know exactly what Dale's talking about, and I know that recently, or I'd say in the last season, that's when I watched. I think I watched a YouTube video on the mentality side of it, and I watched. There was good tactics to how to deal with it, and one of the best things that I implemented straight away was the fact that if I let a goal in or if a goal's gone in, the first thing I do is grab the ball. Grab the ball. I'm the one that gets it back up the pitch, and then I talk to my defenders straight away. And I'm like, all right, guys, my bad, or but whatever. Let's keep going, And I think by implementing that little thing, it changed a big part of my game personally. Do you have anything that you do, Yatesy, with regards to that?
Well, sometimes I'm probably not the best. Do as I say, not what I do.
Yeah.
I like to do the thing, grab the ball, and put it out, or take a moment to process it. But sometimes it's a bad thing. But I grab the ball and boot it. Just up in the air in the middle, just so it goes to its spot. It's not
a vent. It's a vent.
It's a vent. It's an outlet. Like it's especially if I make a mistake, it's something where it's like kick the ball up. All right, boys, let's go. Yeah, let's rock and roll.
Nah, for sure. Any more? You got another cheeky question?
I do actually. I want to know though because I can't see any club colours on you. I'm trying to decipher what jumper you're wearing. But who do you support? Do you support anyone in the Premier League or the A League, or do you have a favourite team?
I don't actually keep up with anybody, but I would say like Perth Glory, just because they're Australian, like home team kind of thing. But no, I don't follow anybody.
Yeah. No, okay. Do you have any particular role models or anybody that you looked up to that made you want to become a keeper or anything like that? No. Just kind of fell into the role.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just like throwing myself around at the ball, and that's just what I like. So I just stuck with that.
It's kind of just like that little something that's inbuilt into us keepers. It's just something different. It's something that some people don't have, some people do have. Some people want to put their head in front of the ball. Some people want to put their hands. Yeah. Some people want to put everything. That's us. We want to put everything in front of the ball to stop it. But it is weird though, because I've found that you take your gloves off and all of a sudden you're dodging it.
Some.
Yeah. Sometimes.
So one thing I want to ask you, Dale, is being 16. And all that driving around, like that's a lot of I think we've done it with our parents have done it for us. So like the parents are a big influence and help you out through that journey. How do they get to come watch any of your games now, or they see any night series? Or?
My dad would come to pretty much every game.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, but my mum always found it a bit boring because I was always in goals, and I was like, oh, you're either not doing anything or you're just getting hammered all the time. So yeah, but
So is Dad the football guy?
So Dad's obviously the sporty one.
Yeah, well, Mum's more netball kind of thing and all that. Just finds soccer a bit more slow and boring because it's not a high scoring game.
Yeah. It's something, and some people can see that, especially if you're watching netball or AFL or something like that, and then you turn on, you're watching that, and then you watch a soccer game or a football game, because you call it football. I just broke my own rule in my own podcast. You call it football, and then all of a sudden you switch over to football game, then you're like, this is a lot slower. But there's a lot more going on. And it's just different games, different technical aspects, different plays. Yes, but it's not for everyone. That's the main thing. It's not for everyone. But at least your mum's honest with you, instead of comes down and just plays on her phone. That would annoy me more than anything else. If somebody came down and just played on their phone, didn't watch, and I'd be like,
Did you ever play any netball, Dale? Or did you ever play any netball?
Yeah. So the reason why I started playing soccer so late was because my mum wanted me to play netball instead. Then I'd win a season playing
kind of like
together.
goalkeeping. Yeah,
that would have been a good transition for you. eventually, so you could bring back your catching skills from your netball days into the goalkeeping aspect of it. So your hand-eye coordination would have already been there.
Yeah, I was playing basketball as well, so like it was a lot of hands
there you go.
kind of work.
Yeah.
I just pictured you like jumping up to catch the ball, and then you know how the netballers do that pivot.
Yeah.
You can only go on one foot. You just be like, where do I throw the ball? Oh, okay, I can run with it.
I can run with it.
Yeah.
And then you start bouncing it.
Goal. So what is your dad? Does he like football, or is he AFL, or does he have any particular favourite sports? Or?
He originally was more football when I wasn't playing, but now that I'm playing more, he's getting a lot more into football. Yeah, so originally was more into AFL.
Yeah, I can relate to that because my dad, he's a big Essendon fan, loves AFL.
Yeah.
And then I started playing football, and he started taking the glory games and stuff. So it's actually funny, and then you actually start moulding your parents. Like my dad starts he's watching the Premier League. I follow Manchester United, so he starts watching the games, and then he'll call me up and say, "Oh, did you watch the football on the weekend?" I was like, "Actually, no, I didn't." He's like, "Oh, I watched it." He's telling me all this. I was like, "Oh, it's good on you, Dad, for watching that. That's good."
No, my dad's he's the guy that got me into football. My old man's diehard Rangers supporter, so yeah, that's where it got me there. But everyone's different with their journey and it's interesting to see. Like, so a lot of the people that were brought onto the podcast, everyone's got their own little journeys, but there's a lot of similarities in some ways into how they got into goalkeeping, and the most common one is the older or younger brother that kicks the ball into and one of just unfortunately someone who's got to be the goalkeeper. But you don't have any siblings?
I have an older sister, but she never played football. She was always netball.
Oh, okay. Always netball. Okay. So you were the wild child that peeled off and wanted to become a star goalkeeper.
Yeah.
That's good. So what a completely random question here. What colour kit do you wear down at Freo there?
Main kit is a blue. Just full blue.
Nice.
Like
Yeah, like it is kind of like a like it's not a navy,
but it's like a well pigmented blue. It's not like sky or baby blue or whatever.
Nice.
Yeah, it's quite a nice blue actually. We've got a nice photo of her for a little advertising throughout the week, so we can get to it, and I'll show you that.
And your away kit
is green, just like a grass green.
Yeah. Do you have a favourite between the two? Blue.
Yeah, loves it. Now here's the next question for you, Dayle, and I know we love this one, but matching. What do you like to match? Do you like to match like your full kit? Do you like to match your kit with your gloves, boots? What is there any particular matching that you like to do?
I like matching socks, is it shorts, shirt, but I hate when people match their gloves to their kit. Or the
beef.
No, the gloves got to stand out. So the gloves have to stand out.
Yes. Yeah. So don't look at photos of Yatesy then, because Yatesy loves the matching everything. So he's got like a full red kit, full undergarment compression, red shirt, shorts, socks, boots, everything red, even the gloves red as well.
Actually, the boots are the black and red. But last week on Saturday just gone, we've got a new first team kit. Our new kit, so it's the goalkeeper kit is black and it's got an orange and white stripe down
that's
the chest.
Nice. Yeah.
And we got new goalkeeper gloves. So Curtin teamed up with SDL and did.
The black and orange.
We mentioned before.
So it suits perfectly then.
Yeah. So, but the palm of the hand is bright fluorescent orange. So it kind of it was black on the front, but then they're roll finger, so they're really really nice gloves. But yeah, we know you like to just stand like a traffic cone.
Yeah, like I'm a big fan of. I'm like Yatesy. We love the matching side of things. If I can, I'll match everything. If I can, I'll always wear. I always wear undershirts. I'm a big fan. I like to cover my arms. And stuff. I like to wear undershorts. Yeah. Do you wear like the long sleeve, or do you prefer just a short sleeve?
I religiously just wear short sleeve. If it's colder, then I'll wear like skins underneath, but always short sleeve.
Yeah.
Or playing at mum's, wear long sleeves because you're going to need it if you're diving on the ground.
Yeah, definitely.
With that AstroTurf.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. No, and I've always been a fan of the. I'll always, and that's the annoying thing about me is that even when it's really, really hot and I'm sweating my ass off, I'll still have a compression shirt on underneath, just because I'm that weird. But I just like to cover up all my tattoos and
you're a rebel.
Yeah, I just like to hide myself and be a full kit.
Full kit, yeah.
W anchor.
A full ship anchor.
Yeah, full ship anchor. That's what we'll call it. But absolutely. I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
Well, I know what you are going to say.
Yeah.
You're going to ask Dayle if she's got any questions for us.
This is true. I was completely out of brain white there. But this is I say newish element that got brought in ever since Christian Usato. So if you want to go back to that episode, ever since Chris put us on the spot and basically asked us who's the better keeper, and then me and Yatesy just kind of looked at each other, and I was just like, God, he's got us here. And I conceded quite quickly. Actually, I bent over. It was kind of it felt like I was one of the kings in the Game of Thrones, and you were Cersei, or not Cersei, the Queen of Dragons. And you were just saying, take the knee, bend the knee, bend the knee.
I don't want to be the Queen of Dragons.
But I just said that. Yates better. But yeah, have you got any questions for us?
I actually do. I want to know, do either of you two take penalty kicks and penalty shootouts?
Ooh, this is a good one. Me personally, no. I hate the pressure of penalty shootouts. Can't take them. I can take a penalty for sure. I can take a penalty, but in a game, never put my hand up for it. I'm more for saving the penalties than kicking them. But our good friend on the show, Mr. Cam Richards, who was on the show a few weeks back, loves to take penalties. And he's definitely scored a few penalties himself. So I do know of keepers that do like to do it.
Yeah. If I got the opportunity to take a penalty, yes. I love penalties.
I was going to say you would be a keeper to do it.
Yeah, I've scored.
Have you ever put your hand up for it? Yeah,
I've scored one, and that was in my amateur days. I scored one in that, and I think we were 1. No, we were 0-0 at the time. I think, or was it 1-0? And I got the penalty. And the coach was like, "Luke, up you go. Yatesy, off you go." And I was like, "What, me?" And just buried it. So 2 things will happen if I take a penalty. One will be in the back of the net, or the second it'll be in the next suburb. Just rocket at top bins.
What about yourself, Dayle? Are you one of them keepers that loves to go take a penalty, score it, and then get in the goals and then save a penalty?
No, I'm not, but I've done it before, and I just feel like it's mad disrespect if you get it in. It's so good on the other keeper if you get it in.
I think it is one of them things that if you miss it, you look like an absolute tool. But if you get it in, and then like if you do, I like to call it the Liam Reddy, because he did it. I think it was last season. In I think it was the semi-final or something. He did it where he's gone in and he's kicked a penalty, he's put it top bins or something, and then he's gone into the goals and then saved a penalty. That's what you like to do.
That's good highs.
That's what you want.
Yeah, that's good.
Just absolute adrenaline junkie moments there. No, absolutely awesome. Have you got any other questions for us?
Worst injuries you've got in goalkeeping?
Oh. Worst injury for you, Yatesy? You want to go first on this one?
Where do I start?
I was going to say, like you're gonna have to narrow it down for us, mate. Yeah.
I've done my groin, done my hammy, broken fingers. I think that's probably...
What's the worst one, mate? Let's not break the list.
They're all worse.
She didn't say, write us a list of all your injuries, mate. What's the worst injury?
They're all bad. Actually, the worst one, there's that little bone on the side of your foot. So I wish I'd throw the dome, but there's like this little bone on the side, the middle of your foot, and I actually broke that.
Oh, okay.
And that was just playing indoor. and what it was, the muscle and the tendons on the foot. So I've turned, and the tendons and muscle pulled and snapped that little bit off.
Ooh, ow.
Yeah, so I think I was out. I should have been a lot longer. I think I was out for about a week or two with help with some medication. I think I was playing in 4 weeks time. It's probably not the best.
So not too bad.
But every now and then, like when it's cold, I still get that. I feel it in my foot. So.
Oh.
What about you, Tommy? What's your worst injury?
Luckily, I haven't had too many injuries. Like a lot of my injuries have been like little niggly ones, not many serious injuries. The only serious injury I've actually had is my my broken hand, and that was self-inflicted. You might laugh at this, Dayle, but I just let in too many goals on one day. Got frustrated, and I've actually punched the goalpost. Just full on punched it, and I didn't know it at the time, but I knew something wasn't right because after I've punched the post, I've my whole hand's gone numb.
That's a good sign.
And it just literally felt like a big shock through my hand, and my whole hand went numb. So I'm basically keeping for the rest of this game with one hand, and then the funny thing is I didn't get it checked or anything. I just kind of iced it up. And I still played the last 2 or 3 games of the season, and then it was after 2 or 3 weeks that it was just wasn't getting better. So I went to the doctors and got an X-ray, and they were like, "You broke this some time ago," and I was just like, So you could actually see where it broke, and then the semi-calcified bone around where I broke it. So they're like, it's already healing. But you did break your hand, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And they're like, there's good news and there's bad news. And I'm like, oh yeah, right, okay. So it's like the bad news is you broke it and it's repairing. So the good news is that we don't have to re-break it. I was like, what do you mean re-break? It's like because you didn't come to us earlier, you're lucky that it's perfectly aligned. So basically, I was lucky enough that it reset itself. So they're like, but if it was off center, and it's already half calcified, it could come out on an angle still. And because I didn't get it checked up, they're like, we would have to re-break it and put it back. And
was that after or before he put the hammer underneath his desk?
Yeah. I was very lucky in that injury. But it didn't put me out, which was a good thing. So I still played out the last 2-3 games of that season. Had the off season to heal. Well, I say off season. I was still playing. Like I think I did a mini 5-a-side tournament at Armidale, or 7-a-side. I think it is they do there. No. I still played that, and just continued on. But it definitely hurt at the time, and the recovery was long, and it was probably a lot longer because I didn't stop. Yeah. So instead of, I probably should have stopped, but just hardcore Tommy gun.
What about yourself, Dayle, in your many years of playing? Would you any bad injuries?
I haven't broken anything from goalkeeping or even pulled anything, but I've been concussed.
That's good. Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
It's not good, but it's like it's bravery, but it's not good.
What was the story behind that one?
In the Bunbury Carnival, and I was filling in for this team, and we were playing Sorrento. It was a Perth team that came down to play in this carnival.
Yeah.
And I went to dive out at the ball, and they kicked the ball, but I ended up pushing the ball away. So their boot just went straight into my head.
Yeah.
So I was out for maybe a second, and then I was like, back up again.
Yeah. That's
saying to your mum you didn't want to go to school.
Yeah.
You want to go to school there, mum?
Damn. Did you end up playing the rest of the game, or did you get go off? Or?
Sat off. That was in the first half, so I was sat off for 10 minutes, and then I went back on again for the next half.
Hardcore, loves it.
Yeah, it's funny that with the concussion stuff, they're really starting to knuckle down on it now. With the serious injuries that can happen.
Well, it's not short term. It's mainly the long term impact of many concussions on athletes, and it does, unfortunately, leave athletes older. It leaves them more vulnerable to other diseases as well, or not. I would say diseases, but like conditions is the correct word. Like things like Parkinson's and stuff like that, that they can develop, it's not very nice. But it's good that they are controlling that as well, and they're monitoring that. But yeah, concussions is something that, maybe 10, 20 years ago, that would be like, oh, whatever, just get over it, mate. Just like, I'm seeing stars. Like, mate, it's all right. Should be right.
We're all seeing stars here, mate.
Yeah. But nah, it's definitely something that's, I think there's a lot more knowledge on it now. I think it's the main thing.
So just taking a divert off goalkeeping here, Dayle, are you doing any studies at the moment now? Or
I'm on gap year right now. So I finished year 12 last year, and then gap year, then going to uni next year.
Cool. What are you going to study?
Science, sports science, and then try and transfer to physiotherapy.
Cool. Oh, that'll be good.
Excellent.
Yeah,
that's really cool. Have you got a
Curtin
uni picked out? Curtin? Yeah,
well,
nice.
Good uni down, good facilities. I only play there. I never went. I'm not smart enough to go to university.
It's good. It's good. That's where my sister went to university, and it's really good.
You've picked a really bad time to do a gap year, haven't you? Because you can't really go anywhere.
Well, I didn't plan on
you can go to
coming out
Bustleton. Yeah, well, I don't think any of us did, but yeah, I guess it gives you a chance, to work, save, and do those things you want to do. So
yeah, that for sure. No,
that's good.
Yeah, no. Awesome. But thank you very much for joining us, Dayle. It's been awesome having you on the show. Make sure that you pay attention when you're driving on your long drives to Bunbury. Please take care with them.
Yeah. Tommy will send you his high school musical soundtrack.
I'll send you my playlist.
Narrated by Tommygun.
Yeah. And I'll also send you a link to the podcast as well, so you can listen to us yabber on and you can maybe pick up a few little tips and hints.
Hopefully it doesn't put her to sleep.
Probably don't do that. No, but thank you very much for joining us, Dayle. It's been really good chatting to you.
Yeah.
Did you have good fun? Yeah. No, it's awesome. No, thank you very much again. But we will talk to you very shortly.
And good luck
thank you.
on the weekend with your game. Many clean sheets.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, we're out.
Oh, well, Tommy, what did you think of that interview?
It was good. Dayle is a really amazing young goalkeeper, young female goalkeeper doing really well. So she's only 18 at the moment, playing women's NPL. She's absolutely killing it with the best of them. She is spring chicken. And she hasn't been goalkeeping that long, and she's already, worked her way up the ranks, which is really cool.
Well,
so
she's definitely in safe hands down there at Freo and with Michaeli.
Michaeli's gonna, I reckon, if she stays with Freo, Michaeli will take her to the next level, and you never know where she might go from there.
Who knows?
And that's the curious thing about goalkeeping. It can take you anywhere.
She's having a gap year, wants to study sports science. Look, with might happen with Stacey. What happened when she went over and travelled abroad? Studied abroad. So you
never know. But thanks again, Dayle, for joining us. It was really great episode. Slightly different from what we're used to. Very young as well, but got a great head on her shoulders, and just watch out for this young lady, because she's going to be going places in goalkeeping. But all right, that's us done for today's episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Please smash that subscribe button and that like button. And if you've got any comments or challenges for us, you know what to do. Hit that comment section below. If you want to view the podcast, you can go to our YouTube channel at Tommygun GK, or if you want to listen to us, on your car ride home. So if you've got like a long car ride, like our guest today, driving long distances, you can listen to us, on your favorite, basically wherever you get your podcasts. So, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast,
iHeartRadio,
or even iHeartRadio. We are live on
That's a good one. That one is.
So look us up, and you'll definitely find Inside Six Yarns on your favorite podcast network as well. So, by all means, enjoy. We'll be back with a new special guest very shortly. With our next week's guest will be Miss Jamie Campbell.
Hey.
All right, so we're looking forward to getting her on the show. More female goalkeepers to join and to have a chat with, and we're going to get more exposure and more insight into the women's game in Western Australia as well, which is awesome. But
indeed.
Looking forward to it. But from now, Thanks for watching, guys. I've been Tommy Gun.
I'm Yatesy.
And this has been Inside 6 Yarns, guys. Take care.